Welcome back, you guys. Today's another beautiful day of doing some deck profiles. Today we're going to do a deck profile on a Dark Stakes deck that's been around slash getting I guess like a knockoff of the Gear Chronicle. And if you can guess what it is, you got it right. It's Liael Odium. Let's get started. Hey guys, before we continue our deck profile, please let's talk about our new sponsor today. Fucking hygienes. If you're gonna go to BSF 2025, you can afford to take a shower or at least get a goddamn deodorant. Please, for the love of fucking God, your mother doesn't want to smell you. We don't want to smell you. Nobody in the goddamn world want to smell you. Fucking smelling like shit. If you need to, go get a deodorant. If you need to, go to like Bath and Body Workshop and get one of those sprays and shit. Do something. Please don't be that fucker who ruins it for everyone else around you. Okay? Alright, let's get back to the video. We're gonna go over the right line. We run the grade 0. I guess, I forgot what this one was. Unica right line. Then we run one copy of Tiglat, one copy of Colossus, and then one copy of Liael. So, when Tiglat gets onto the Vanguard Circle, you flex your Liael. Then you get your little, what is it, Destined Timepiece? Yeah. It's a little order thing. You put it over there. It's like a cool thing, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Grade 2, upon writing it, you put a card into from your hand into the regress gauge zone, which will be where this is, pretty much in the order zone. And you draw 2 cards. Liael skill, oh boy, Liael is gonna be a big one. During your turn, all your front row unit gains 5k for each of your distorted bane. It's in order in the grade 1. Yeah, so every one of those in the regress gauge zone, you get 5k to your front row. Front row rear guards. Clarify that on one. Second skill, when this unit attacks, you can Soul Blast 1, choose a card in your rear guard or from your hand, put it into the regress gauge. If you put a card, this unit gains an extra triple drive until end of the turn. So yes, if you use the OG, the first print of the Elementaria, it'll be a free PG because it's an actual triple drive, not twin drive plus 1. Okay, Divine skill, which is like the most important part about this card. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. If you have 5 or more regress gauges, aka 5 cards into that timepiece, discard 2 cards from your hand and you may have an additional turn, meaning you'll at the end, when you end your turn, your opponent doesn't get a turn. You go straight into your turn. You resend everything, you draw, you don't energy charge, and you go straight into battle phase. You don't get the main phase. Yeah, and then until end of that additional turn, this your Vanguard loses 1 drive. So yeah, that's like the cool shindig. Moving on to the main deck. For the grade 3, we're running 3 copies of the Liael Odium, because it's kind of an obvious answer. There are 4 copies of the Colossus, and I don't know why I said it was a grade 1 order, but it's actually a grade 3 order, the Distorted Bane. So Distorted Bane is the card you really want to put it into your the timepiece, the order zone, because it will give your rear guards in the front row extra power. So you can play this if you have a Vanguard with Lion's card name. When you play, you Soul Charge 1, put this card face up in your regress gauge. When this card is put into the regress gauge, you draw a card and choose one of your Vanguards and give it 10k. So it gives your Vanguard power and you also draw. Alright, Colossus is important. When this is in the gauge zone at the beginning of your battle phase, if this is in the regress gauge, counter blast 1, choose a card from your drop, put it in its place into regress gauge, and you may call this unit to your open rear guard circle. Second skill, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Lion's card name, until end of the battle, this unit gains 5k, so it becomes an 18k beat stick base. And if you have 3 or more cards in the regress gauges, you can Energy Blast 2, choose one of your opponent's rear guard and retire it. So it can control board, it can pretty much charge your regress gauge zone, and also it's an 18k base beat stick. It's pretty good. So ideally you want to target this card or the new card that we're going to talk about from your grade 2 right up. Alright, moving on to the grade 2 of the deck. It will be 4 copies of the new grade 2 Colossus, 3 copies of the Lamenia, the Thunder Goddess, and 1 copy of the Unionist Guide. Union Sky is pretty good. You can change it out for a twin cast if you wanted to. You can also put in, I guess, theoretically, you could put in the Fire Regardless if you wanted to. I put this in there so as a ride, it's like a ride recycler. You can Energy Blast or Counter Blast to discard. Also, you can use it as a guard. So it kind of fits the playstyle that I like. Lamania is good because you can Soul Blast if you need to. Sometimes when you Soul Charge from one of the cards, you might need a key piece, or you might need you might accidentally Soul Charge the Distorted Bane. It's a way of getting it out, and also you recycles the deck. The deck will deck thin like crazy. You will, you know, thin out. So it's not bad to have a ride recycler that recycles back into the deck. Oh, also, if you Persona Rod, you can also call this unit onto the rearguard circle from hand, and you can counterblast one and choose a card from your soul and call it to the rearguard, and you also soul charge. Alright, so the new Colossus is essentially like the grade 3 Colossus, aka if this is in the timepiece order zone, the regress gauge, at the beginning of the battle phase, you can counterblast one, call this unit out into the rearguard circle, and choose a card from the drop zone and replace it into the regress gauge zone. Second skill, if you have a grade 3 or greater Liael on its card name, this unit gains an auto rearguard skill. When this unit attacks, you can Soul Blast 2, draw a card to gain an additional 5k, and that's active on opponent's turn 2. Alright, moving on to the grade 1s. The grade 1s, of course, if this is a Dark States deck, you gotta play Philia, the AK, the fucking manga promo. You have to get 4 copies of the stupid fucking manga to get it. Then, of course, you gotta run 4 copies of Everest Wrestler, which a card that everyone thought was trash until they realized this deck will make it really good. Then 2 copies of Zimri, and then 1 copy of the, Direful Doll Patience, which is not used for a Direful deck. It's used for Liael, which is weird. And then, of course, 3 PGs and 1 on Materia. Alright, we don't need to talk about that shit. Okay, the Direful Doll card. It's kind of weird. So when this unit card, when this card is placed on a rearguard, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Lion's card name, again, nothing to do with Direful Dolls, you can Energy Blast 2, choose up to 1 grade 3 normal order without a Regalis piece from your drop or face up in your damage zone, put it into your hand, and if you did put a card from the damage zone into your hand, put the top card of the deck into the face up into the damage zone. So this will help you fish out the Distorted Bane? Yeah, Distorted Bane from the damage zone or drop and add it to your hand if you need to. It's a way of doing like the shindig to meet the condition of the deck. I'm so tired, guys, sorry. Alright, Zimri. Zimri is like the counter charger. So during the battle, this unit boosted. If you have a grade 3 Vanguard Liael's card name, this unit gains 5k. When this unit boosts a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Lion's card name, this unit gains an additional 2k until end of that battle. At the end of the battle, you may retire this unit as a cost, and you can either counter charge or energy charge 3. And trust me, the counter charger is kind of important in this deck. Alright. Philia is pretty generic. If you play it in order, or if your opponent only has 1 card on the board, this unit gains a 5k, and at the end of the battle, you boost it, put it into the soul, draw a card. Yippee. Okay, Everest Wrestler. This is like your deck thinner slash able to use your Distorted Bane order consistently. When this unit is placed on a rearguard from hand, if you did not play in any order this turn, discard a card from your hand and start your deck up to 1 order without a Regalis piece on it. Discard it, and it gains. Pretty much, you can activate the order from the drop zone. And if you activate it from the drop zone, you can put it to the bottom of the deck. But obviously, you won't, because Distorted Bane will go into the regress gauge zone. Well, that's it for the grade 1. Let's end this video quick so I can go to sleep. We'll go into the trigger lineup. Red OT is my personal preference because the fact that if you do it on your Divine Skill turn, it's just going to destroy their hand. If it's before the Divine turn, it's going to destroy their hand anyways because they're not going to have much to guard with at the end of your first turn. This front trigger is the best one because defense is kind of important in this deck. And then I run 4 copies of this crit, 4 copies of the other crit, because crit life, baby, 8 crits, and 4 generic heals for the flex. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. yeah, I'm sorry I'm kind of slacking on making the deck profiles. I know there's other decks that I've been asked to make. I promise you I will make it. Just have to give me time. Personal life comes first. But aside from that, again, friendly reminder, please learn about hygienes before BSF 2025. I do not want to smell you. Your mom doesn't want to smell you. No one wants to smell the fuck out of you, okay? So please, for the love of God, fucking learn about hygienes. That's about it, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!